But other than everything, let's get into the match of Clampets of Makeover. We see in Lowkey, nice to a Slaughter deck though, a catch a splash up well, and that a Bamboozler MK3?
Very nice. I know that this has been kind of one of the Sheldon's picks that a lot of people have talked about as being the kind of most overlooked in terms of the new weapons that we've recently got. And I'm very excited to see what we're going to be able to have come out of it today. I'm not sure which player on Lowkey is playing it, but it looks like PK is playing that. So I am super excited to see how they do.
Yep, but on the side of Tsunami, we do see a catch a splash shot, a ballpoint splatling, a Slaughter Deco, and we see a splash shot junior. But actually, that would be 2 down Tsunami, and Lowkey actually opens up the basket itself. Waza activating Baller, saving them time and saving them ink for the run just to go from the bottom and just bring it up to 56.
Really nice positioning from the one there too, because they were able to survive until someone kind of came around and was able to blank them off to that side. Nisa throwing that Booyah Bomb right there, unfortunately does get taken out as soon as it goes off, but it's going to keep the basket open for just a little while, and 44 is a pretty good push for Clamblitz.
Yeah, a pretty strong lead in the start. But they have a penalty at 28, so that would be 1 super and 4 singles to actually break that penalty itself. But we can see for the one and multiple Morsa, thank you. We can see in that little scenario they did have 4 and super, but in the end it looks like they got dismantled on super as well. So right now Tsunami has the chance to just open the basket itself.
Absolutely. I'm not sure quite what, I mean, I know XE is sort of waiting their time for a perfect opportunity to kind of push in here, but they do have a power clam and they keep being kind of found out by the other members of Lowkey. So here we go. They're making a push. They missed. Oh no. At least Wolfie right under the basket to pick it up and try to get it in and misses again. They do get the basket open and get those 2 power clams in. So it's going to be really helpful there. And they're taking their time to throw as many single clams as possible in and keep this basket open. They just need 2 more and they will be able to take that lead. But no, they get another power clam in, bringing it all the way down to 16. That rain is still up, creating great cover for them to kind of keep pushing if they're able to do so. It's a team wipe, so I think that's it.
Yeah, it's mostly the end, but mostly that offense that Tsunami did was just incredible. They had super, they actually had 2 supers in the beginning, 1 miss, so mostly they were focusing on that miss super for Lowkey. But since mostly all of them were focused on that, they went all the way on the side and they put in all of those clams to make it all the way to 16. That was just truly amazing. But with that, mostly Tsunami got wiped and Lowkey opened the basket for only a second. They didn't get that much of a penalty, but everything resetted.
I think sometimes that helps to open it just for a second because you're able to kind of use that to your advantage to take off your penalty. But in this case, it does give Tsunami an extra power clam that they have to work with here. So Lowkey needs to be very, very careful in terms of playing a little bit of defense here because Tsunami has 3 power clams. It seems like 1 is going to despawn in just a second. So it gives them just 2. No, they do have all 3 there. So that's a very, very strong push right now coming out of Tsunami that Lowkey has to be ready to defend for here.
Yep. But actually, with no looking back, PK just going in straight, opening that basket. No hesitation, they just open it up. But we can see another push from Lowkey. Morsa putting in the other super that they had before. That's all on whoever else can put it in. Never mind. It looks like the one actually put in the last few clams to make it all the way for Lowkey to win. And actually, Mesa gave them the win itself with the last 5 single clams.
Really fantastic play coming out of Lowkey at the very end there. You know, it looked like everything was setting up for Tsunami. They had those power clams at the ready. They had 2 specials, but Lowkey said, no way, we're shutting this down. Went in with those bubbles as cover, got that power clam in to open, and then just kind of continued to push forward and build those specials and just created fantastic positioning and play where everyone from Tsunami had to sort of double back in order to take care of what was going on.
Definitely. But just in the end, PK hype. Just PK hype in the end. That was just beautiful for PK to throw the bubbles in and then just go straight in, no matter what. Risk or reward, that was a reward right there.
Really, truly was. Sometimes that's what this game is all about. You have to measure your risk versus reward, as you said. And if you know that your risk is lower than the reward, what could pay off, if it could win you the game, then it's worth it to just go straight for it.
Yep. But now, let's see Splatzo Manta Maria. Honestly, on Splatzo Manta Maria, what do you think about it? Because I'm really mixed.
I really love Splat Zone's Manta Maria. I like the dual zone, and I think that the comps that they've picked for this are really good. I'm a little shocked / surprised about this E-Leader that came out, but knowing Lowkey, I think that they can really make it work for them, and we're gonna see if they are able to do that here. They do get one down on that Slosher Deco right there, so it's gonna help them take a little bit of an early lead here as they've pushed forward quite a bit into the nest up here. And we'll see if Tsunami has an answer for them.
It looks like they do have one. And they do, with them getting the zone. They still have the zone. I'm not going to say anything else. Tsunami still has the zone open up. They only have 6 seconds left until they have the lead. They do. But it looks like Lowkey is stuck in a hassle in the top right. And Tsunami just falling on the full pressure. Except with the one doing the umbrella save.
It's gonna create really, really challenging footwork here for Lowkey, though, as Tsunami kind of comes about, and Lowkey has to work really hard to take a couple of those members down in some of those 2v1 situations that they do win, and they are able to get kind of a delayed wipe there and take zone, but they have a long way to go to get down to the 39 point that Tsunami has set as the lead right now.
Definitely. Lowkey
More
actually, you finish.
Oh, I was just going to say, Morsa is kind of sharking, wondering if they can get 2 picks, and no, they can't pop the ball quite in time. So unfortunately, Otter's going to take them out.
Yep, but mostly in the end, we do see another baller going from Tsunami. We're just trying to get that second zone, and they do. They help from Otter in his 10th attack. Inkjet. Oh boy, the Inkjet.
Inkjet has been coming back a little bit. It's not as strong as it once was within the meta, but we've seen a little bit of a resurgence happening, and as you can see, it's still rather strong as Otter displays right there, going for that pick on the E-Leader player. Not quite able to, but does get it as an assist, and the jump coming in, able to clean up very well. Really, I mean, Tsunami is doing a fantastic job against Lowkey right now.
Yeah. They are really having a really good day today. That's a guarantee, no matter what. With them getting off the penalty, they have 34 seconds remaining.
The missiles coming out from Misa are going to be a little helpful in order to pressure some of Tsunami off of that zone. Unfortunately, that trade is not going to help, but the rain right there doesn't quite do enough with less than, I mean, not a lot of time. They have to do something to take zone now, not quite able to do it before that clock ticks down to 0. And this is our second game going to Tsunami.
Very strong for Tsunami this time, because they got the upper advantage on Lowkey, which is mostly the good thing. And Otter coming in with that 10. The 10 attack is back. The Inkjet has a resurgence. That's a guaranteed, like what you said. Inkjet is back.
Let's hope it doesn't stay for long.
Oh boy! Oh boy!
I think Inkjet is a fantastic kind of weapon to play, or special to play within this, and I do think it still has its places, but there's a lot of things that kind of can go wrong with it. Right now, it's still very strong, and maybe with a couple more opportunities, people can kind of spread out this timeline. as people decide, okay, I don't want to only play Sheldon's picks anymore. Let's see what are some of these counters to a Booyah Bomb and to some of these other things that are going on. So I think, we can see a lot more inkjets moving forward pretty quickly. But, I was just kidding, saying, let's hope it's not.
Yeah, but it's still, any special is a green special. But yeah, so for game 3 of this round 5 Swiss, tower control of Piranha Pit. Now, for Piranha Pit, remember, you do have to go up to that pedestal to get on the tower. And then just the whole way down, it just doing a square past the conveyor, going all the way back to your spawn, and just circling around again to go back to the great area where you get the win. That railway is just a risky path. So for all the teams, they must have something to have the defense with. In my personal opinion, at least.
I agree with you. I agree. I think that they need to be able to be very strong in terms of how they're going to play this and the defense, and we'll see what they are able to do. So what are you thinking about these comps that they're bringing out?
Well, let's see the comps. We see on Lowkey a Splash Scope, a Mean Spouting, a Kenta Splash Pole, and Umbrella coming back again. And on Tsunami we see a Kenta Splash Shot regular, a Heavy Spouting, a Starter Deco, and we see a Splash Shot Junior. The Stingray, for both teams, that's mostly a major upside for all of them. But mostly, but strangely, I disagree with the mini spotting going from Lowkey. It doesn't seem right, because it's just a very, well, yeah, it's a very small map, but you have to go straight up close. Well, we can say Tsunami, they have more range, so they can just go from behind, easily just take that tower.
I agree with you there. I'm a little interested into why or how things are kind of going to go down here. But I think right now, Lowkey has really shown that they're ready to kind of stop the pushes that Tsunami are bringing up. But they need to be ready and prepared to do so. That Booyah came a little too far. Oh, that's a rough one. I've never actually seen that kind of go off of the map right there, and a little heartbreaking, I guess is the word I'm looking for.
That's the new thing that mostly anyone was. So, wow. But mostly you can see right now that Tsunami is still holding strong with that 68 over 95 over Lowkey. That'll be 3 down for each side.
This is kind of the opportunity that Lowkey maybe has been looking for. As you said, there were enough members of Tsunami down for them to push forward. But Tsunami puts so much pressure on this tower pathway that Lowkey really needs to be prepared to get as many picks as possible and bring out those specials like that very well-placed rain in order to help them through this checkpoint. They just can't be ready to kind of back off from it. They need to sort of stay alert for those types of movements, because it is very easy to come around that flank on that platform and take out whoever is riding on the tower. We'll see if Morse is able to hold on to this Booyah a little better this time around.
He got it, but at the same time, the wall sucks. Or if he's intending to do the wall, he aimed a bit too high, because if he was aiming to save the tower, he would have aimed a bit lower to that little platform right there. So, but it was still a really good Booyah, no matter what. Because he backed up the sniper. If it was a sniper. Or it might have been Spotlight.
No, I completely agree. I think that sometimes just adding that little bit of pressure is very strong. They were able to get through that checkpoint, which I think was the ultimate goal. And, Lowkey has the lead now at 52, so Tsunami needs to push forward and be on the offensive. Getting those picks that they have been getting is going to help them a whole lot here. They're very close to that 68 that they were at earlier, but in order to kind of feel very strong about a lead, they need to get through that second checkpoint before they can even question what they're going to play next.
Definitely. And then mostly both pulling out the baller, saving them some time in the tower. But the other thing, Tsunami has the tower once again. They could make it to the second checkpoint. do.
They certainly do, and they're getting through that. If they can break that down, get that point to what they want at 38, exactly the kind of score that I was looking for them to feel very strong in taking this game. With less than a minute and a half left, Lowkey has to do a lot of fancy footwork in order to get that lead back from Tsunami right now. You know, they have to get through their second checkpoint and push almost more than halfway to the third. So a lot of work that they need to do, and I think that they're up for the challenge, but it's going to take some great coordination, fantastic kind of positioning from them here, and those types of unnecessary deaths not to happen.
Yeah. But with mostly Tsunami aiming at the tower to see if anyone so we're trying to get a pick right there. It looks like they had a chance, but it looks like he failed. Because the one just pulling up his A game and getting almost 2 in that scenario. And with Lowkey having the tower once again, they could make it past the second checkpoint, that's for sure.
I completely agree. They are in a fantastic position to do so.
But with the A-Token coming out in a clutch, it looks like they couldn't make it, but with the aiming a bit too much on the left, it looks like it's a bad idea, and it looks like in the end they get wiped in. They get wiped.
I think that they were sort of rushing that tower at the very end just to kind of stay on it, and that was a little bit of a misstep because it seems as though from our point of view 2 members went down to the same shot. So it's gonna be a little bit more of a problem when you kind of rush towards everything you're going at, make a desperation play. As you were talking about in that last game, the risk versus